Welcome back. There is a live look outside from the Oregon coast. Looks a little bit foggy out there today from our Innit Spanish Head Resort Hotel camera in Lincoln City. Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. With the high temperatures of August just around the corner, it's important to take steps to protect the plants and flowers you've been cultivating all summer. Here with advice, we welcome back Master Gardener Janis McBride. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Hannah. Thanks for having me.
We got to take care of all these tender plants that we've been keeping an eye on all summer long.
Yes, we do, absolutely.
As it's going to get super hot. So let's talk about watering,
okay,
how to do it most effectively.
Yeah, so most effective would be in the morning.
Okay.
So you don't want to water at night. The plant itself has oxidative processes that go on at night.
Oh,
and
okay.
Watering actually at night might impede those. So
Interesting.
we always want to water in the morning when it's the coolest, right? So for example, this, right? We have a watering pitcher. We want to get right in at the roots.
Okay.
Like that. I actually pull these off so I get lots of water on in there, right? And that's the best way to water, or if you've got your hose, right on in there.
Okay.
If you do have irrigation, you want to set it for, the best time would be 4 a.m. to 5 a.m.
Right.
That's the best time to water.
It's that right before the sunrise is actually the coolest part of the day. What about if things are wilting or not looking so great?
So if they're wilting, what's happening is the water going up through the roots to the leaves is less than what's coming out of the leaves.
Okay.
So it's actually a protective mechanism of the plant.
Oh.
So the plant will wilt to basically save its life.
Sure.
Last thing you want to do at that point, and it's hard to do, is water it.
Uh-oh.
You do not want to water
Okay.
it. So the plant will wilt a little bit, but that's usually temporary.
I see.
And when that cooler air or shade comes on the plant, it will spark back up.
That is so cool.
The next morning, that's when you water it.
Self-preserving. I love that. Let's talk more about shade.
Okay.
How to move things around the best way.
Yeah, if you have plants that are in pots, you can move them to the shade if they're smaller, right? If they're not quite, let's say this is like really heavy, and you can't move it, there's other ways. I use my handy dandy little tomato guy like that.
Yeah.
And I just take my shade cloth, and that goes up on the top.
Genius.
It's a little high.
Yeah.
That goes on and then it gets clipped.
Okay.
With just some simple clothespins.
How awesome.
I know, yeah. So that gets clipped there. Or if you have a plant that's not in a pot and you can't move the plant, you can lay this type of material over the plant and hook that in.
That's so
to give it a little shade. You can always use a handy dandy umbrella.
Come on.
And you just kind of set it on its side if you have a big one.
When do you know that you do need to provide some more shade to a particular plant?
Well, the hottest time of the day is actually between 3 and 6.
Right.
Even though peak sun time is noon, there's a lag in the heat.
Yeah.
And so it's usually about 3 to 6 hours later, 5 o'clock. So you want to make sure between 3 and 5 and 6, that's when you're going to offer your plants the protection.
Okay.
If they're already in the shade during that time, then you're good to go.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. What about mulch? What should we be looking for?
What you want to do, so this is a potted plant. Let's say this is outside. This is just the soil right now. Now that's going to evaporate really quickly.
Right.
But if I add mulch, right, that's going to hold that moisture in longer.
Okay.
Mulch is literally magic. Every potted plant that you have should have mulch in it.
Okay.
You know, it's also weed prevention, but the biggest factor is that moisture retention that you're going to provide by putting that in there.
What about things not to do in terms of fertilizer and pruning and things like that?
So here's my little toolkit. You want to take your fertilizer, and you want to take your hedge trimmers, and you want to take your pruning shears, and you want to put those away and not use any of those.
Okay, perfect.
These are going on vacation, and bye-bye. Just a nice summer vacation.
I love that.
So yeah, it's just too injurious to the plant.
Okay.
If you're going to be pruning, if these get sunburn, they're actually going to now provide shade for the little ones
There
below.
you go. That makes a lot of sense. What to do in terms of trees water and mulch and those things.
So trees actually absorb water through their roots 6 to 9 inches below the soil. So what you want to do is take a spade. A spade is usually about 6 inches long. You want to dig on in there and see if that soil is still moist. If it is, you don't need to do anything.
Okay, great.
If it's dry, then you want to water slowly and make sure it goes deep enough.
Yeah.
You don't want kind of a daily sprinkler on there because that's going to promote roots that form at the surface.
Okay.
And then that's going to be prone to the heat stress in the summer.
Okay, really quickly, long-term planning in terms of landscaping and putting things in the right place.
Let's say we have a hydrangea we want to plant. We also have some lavender we want to plant. What we want to do is not put these plants next to each other.
Sure.
Lavender likes dry soil. Hydrangeas love wet soil.
Okay.
So if we plant those next together, how are we going to water? Right?
Not
we
great.
can't. Exactly. Also, this guy likes shade. This guy likes full sun. And so we want to plan where we put all our drier, sun-loving plants in one area, the shade-loving plants in another, and that's really thinking ahead.
A little research goes a long way.
It does.
Thank you so much.
You're
so
welcome.
nice to see you.
Thank you,
We're going to have thriving plants all summer long. We will have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.